All right, let's go.
Damn.
What's up, baby? Yo,
what's up, buddy?
Yo, what's up? Let's go.
What's up,
Let's go.
bud?
Whoa.
Are we ready to go? All right, we're ready to go. We're ready to go. Yeah. All right, what's
Born
up,
ready, brother.
Yo, what's up, everybody out there? All the GGR folks who are tuning in on Twitch. What's up, everybody listening in the future? Thank you so much for listening. What's up? It's your boy, Stabby Buckets. We're here live again with another podcast show, and we're gonna start things off really nice and smooth. It's gonna be a dope episode as always. We got some gaming news we're gonna go into. Apex, Valorant, Twitch, DrDisrespect, no mo. All right, I guess so. We got some Halo, we got some Fortnite stuff. We're gonna talk about Last of Us 2, as well as maybe a little bit of Warzone, and then we're gonna finish off with some Mixer talk. It's been the talk of the week, so we're gonna have a nice general discussion about that. Really looking forward to it. Let's get some Mendy's yours going up in here. Menders, what's up, baby?
What's up, Stavi? How you doing?
Doing good. Your yours want to know how your yours are today, so hit him with some yours.
Here's a nice year for you guys. Year.
That was okay. You can do a better year.
I don't want to upset Daisy in the background right now.
True. If you see a dog in Mendy's background, it's Daisy. Say hello, Daisy, when Daisy comes around. But let's get to the much better looking, much more handsome person on the cameras so far. It's our guest, our friend, friend of the podcast, friend of myself, still getting to know Mendy over there, but it's IHaveTheDanks, Dankie Buckets, nephew Sean, nephew Dankie. Yo, Dankie, what's up, baby? Thank you for coming on.
Yo, what up, Uncle Stavi? What up, cousin Chris?
Here.
We have I do like how we have like this family thing kind of going. You got the uncle, you got the cousin, you got the nephew, you have Daisy.
It's the quarantine cookout 2020.
Yeah, we're just vibing, and
Yes,
we hang out with each other like every night, and we're just like, yo, what's up?
Yo, what's
Just
up,
like,
baby? What up,
just
kid?
like hanging out, You know what it is.
I do.
So we got Danks. I think this is what your fourth time on.
Fifth time on the podcast. Yes,
All
sir.
right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5-time. The 5-time Dankie Buckets joining the show, and always appreciate you coming on, Dankie. Not only just because you're an amigo, but you're really fun to talk to, and you're really good at talking about Apex stuff, Valorant, and you have a good opinion on everything else. So thank you so much for coming on. Greatly appreciate.
Of course.
You coming on and just vibing with the boys, with the fam.
Yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely. Love being here.
If we have anybody new in chat right now, Dankie, do you mind just giving a little brief intro about who you are and what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Sean, or IHaveTheDanks, or Dankie. Some people call me Dankie Buckets, nephew Danks, nephew Dankie. My future husband. I mean, that's just what the people are saying. I'm a Twitch streamer, a content creator on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. I play a variety of games, including Apex Legends, Valorant, Rocket League, Warzone, and whatever else interests me at the time. I've been streaming for about 1.5 years. Good buddies with a lot of the people in the GGR community, and that's me. I'm from Chicago.
Oh,
Gotta throw that in there real quick.
Have you ever met my friend Mendy?
That time, what up? I have, cousin Chris.
Yeah. Okay. Mendy, this is Dankie. Dankie, this is Mendy. First time meeting each other.
Hello, cousin Dankie.
Yeah, what up? What up, kid?
Danks, you did kind of forget one thing though. You said you were a Twitch streamer, but you also forgot that you're a musical artist as well.
That's right.
Why didn't that flow through into the intro there?
I guess I'm a content creator first. I guess content creator could bubble into that, but yeah, I also have a hit single out right now, topping the charts. The Apex and IHaveTheDanks themed rap song. We hit those.
No,
it is a heater.
Let's see Mendy, do you think we have a chance that we could possibly pull this up and
I can
show
play it for us right now if we want to.
Yeah, that'd be great. Sean, while he's doing that, update your resume. Twitch streamer, content creator, musical artist.
Right. So here's We Hit Those.
We hit those, baby. I don't hit them, but they do.
You guys did a really good job. I'm actually only halfway through. There's people on me. Oh! Purple shield, blue shield, purple shield. Cracks on another. Oh! One's down, 2 are down. Oh!
from Mars, and I'm cracked out on the sticks like my name is so far. Driving hot into this beat like we land in Skull Town. Shielding gun off rip, know it's about to go down. I'll wipe your whole squad, make you look like a clown. Yell like my front yard on a Sunday, cause I'm mowing you down. Splish, splash, drip, drop, man, I'm raining down bops. Running through your whole team, clean you up with the mop. It's insane the way I play, and I cannot be stopped. It's like Rice Krispie cereal, I snap, crackle, and pop. Got my ding dong pack behind me, it grows bigger every day. They awesome big dogs, woof. Loyal pups no longer stray. I be serving them up supper, talking steak like it's filet. Stacking wins and kills up in my Twitch overlays. Yeah, we hit those, and you can't hit me. Make the sweaties in the lobby look like BOTs. Cause we hit those, and we holding it down. We the champs of the arena, yeah, we wearing the crown. Yeah, we hit those, and you can't hit me. Make the sweaties in the lobby look like BOTs. Cause we hit those, and we holding it down. We the champs of the arena, yeah, we wearing the crown.
We win those. We hit those.
So that was the podcast premiere of I Have the Danks. We hit those. Dankie, you actually do hit those, man. And it's not just we're talking about shots and games. You hit those when it comes to the bars because I loved it. I think everybody that we know loved it. You did a great job with it. So
you.
congrats. It was fun for all of us. What was the feedback that you've kind of received on it?
Some really good feedback. So it came out early in June. I think we dropped it June 2nd, if I remember correctly. And it was great. We released it live on stream. Big shout out to cousin Chris, aka Menders, for putting a ton of work into the edit and doing an absolutely killer job. Like murdered it. Amazing. But really good feedback. A lot of people liked it. And then we came up with the idea to do a hashtag We Hit Those Danks challenge, which was basically making your own video to the song or a portion of the song. And that got some good feedback as well. We had some amazing people make some really good edits to the song. So those are all on my Instagram stories right now. Mendy made one, our boy Flex, a girl Casey, and a number of other people made some really good edits. But that's still going on. If anybody wants to use the song for anything, it's on SoundCloud and you can download it there. But I think the community really liked it. It's something different. It's something I haven't seen, almost anybody really do. So it was cool. And I was extremely nervous to release it just because I'd watched it and listened to it so many times. I was like, is this even good? But I like the way it turned out a lot, both the video and the song. So it was great.
I remember the day you were releasing it, and like you could definitely tell, like you were like, you had some ants in the pants, and you were a little nervous about it.
Yeah, I did. I was.
That was such nervous. A vibey day, bro. Like everybody was just so jacked up in the chat, and everybody was super pumped, and chat was going nuts. And then like after it was over, it was like encore. They wanted it again. So like you played it again, and everybody was still vibing off of it and loving it. And so we hit those challenges, something that kind of just like pegged off of it. Yep. And does that work if you get hit? Because like I don't hit anybody, and you guys know because when we play like games together, it's just like, stop, you stink, bro. Like how does that work? And like if someone bops me, can I say like, can I just use that clip?
Yeah, I mean, I think making the sweaties in the lobby look like BOTs. Okay. You could be those BOTs.
Okay. I mean, actually, Mendy made me the BOT. of the edit. Like literally made me the
did,
bot
yeah.
of the edit. And,
Stop. When you saw that, what was your initial reaction? Because
I
I kind of
I
wish
was
I saw
crying.
everyone's reaction to the
I
whole
was
thing.
I wouldn't say I stole the show, but like, it was like Danks's bars, me, everything else. Like it was just like that good of a performance. I had the smile that I have and everything. It was just really good.
That's good.
No, but seriously, from the actual song itself to the edits to the beat. If you want to give a quick shout out to who made the beat, Dankie, I always forget his name.
Yeah, it's my buddy Rob. His Instagram is at YourBeats, YOURBEETS. And he makes a lot of music. But at YourBeats, YOURBEETS
And
on Instagram.
I liked how you just like wanted to do something different, and I think that's a really good avenue to kind of go down, and switch it up, and you had the connections to do it, and
Mhm.
and I think it all worked out because the community love it. All the woofs out there, shout out to all the woofs. They really liked it, and I'm sure you had fun making it. You were probably nervous that day when you were releasing it, but
Yeah, I remember talking to you guys that day, and I had a lot of nervous energy. But it was really good. I'm really proud of the way that it turned out and how it was received.
you should be proud because you accomplished something. You did something different. You took
Mhm.
you took a shot, and it worked out, man. And I'm super proud of you, and I know a lot of the
Thank you.
people in your community are as well. Did you guys like do like studio time, or did you record audio and send it over to your beats?
So he has a kind of like a makeshift studio set up in his room. And so when I was still living in the city, he lived like a block and a half away from me. So I went over to his place and we kind of picked out the beat together. He would workshop a little bit, and then I recorded in his makeshift studio in his apartment. And then it didn't turn out exactly how we wanted it. So I went back and re-recorded. And then that is what you guys are hearing, the final product.
And then you've
Amazing.
reached out to Mendy for the editing.
I did. I reached out to cousin Chris. I saw some videos that he was putting out, and I was like, damn. I actually, the reason I did it is Mendy was doing an editing stream, and I was like, holy shit, like, Mendy, you're really good at this. And so I DM'd him on the side, and I was like, hey, man, I know this is a big ask, and you're more than welcome to say no. But what are your thoughts on putting together a video for the song that I'm going to be putting out? And Chris was more than happy to help me out and did an absolutely killer job on it.
Yeah. So when I was doing the editing stream, you
Mhm.
messaged me in chat like, "Hey, check your DMs. There's something I want to talk to you about." And then I remember on stream, I looked at the DM and I was like trying so hard to contain my excitement in it because I didn't want people to know or like have some kind of clue what it was about. I was
Yeah.
trying to like hide my face, and I was like, "Yeah, dude, I was all in for it." I was so honored that you reached out to me, and I was like, to me, it was a huge deal. So I was just so incredibly happy that you did reach out to me and you saw that my work was something that could be used for the music video.
Yeah, dude. And you did an amazing job. I know Mendy and I went back and forth a lot on it, and he put a lot of hours into it. But the final product was like perfect.
Mendy, I actually turned him down with my editing skills. He reached out to me.
I
He
was
just
second?
like, Stabby. Yeah, he's like, actually, Scoot was second. You were third.
Oh wow.
Eddie, I don't say this enough, but you did a really good job with the edit, and you always do. But this one, you can definitely tell you put in the extra time, and you really crushed it with the edits. And
Thank you,
I'm
Sal.
happy. Dankie, I'm happy it worked out for you. Mendy, it worked out great for you as well.
Thank you.
So here's the question: we have any more songs coming, or what?
Ooh.
Who's to say? My buddy Rob, your beats, said if we wanted to make more, he's like, I'm down, man. So, I'm not going to say that there's for sure going to be more songs, but I think there is a high probability of more I Have the Danks original music coming to some speakers near you
All right,
sometime in the next 5 to 10 years.
Okay, good time frame. So you have to wait 5 years. It's kind of like a really good game. It's like the new God of War took 8 years to make. So stay tuned for a God of War waiting. But I am available. Yeah, you got that. Yeah. That's Mendy's jam right there. He's big loving it. No, I'm really happy. And just to kind of summarize what we're just talking about here, that's what Dankie's been up to since the last time he was on the podcast. And it was great. And that was early this month. Wow. I forget what the last 4 months are. Like, I feel like that was like in like April, but that was earlier this month.
It was probably the end of April.
I don't even remember.
It feels like just yesterday when we were watching it. So, Dankie, how the streams been, man?
Yeah, the streams have been really solid. Like, actually insanely good. Because of the dropping the video earlier this month, really gave me a lot of new subs, which was really cool, and some really solid exposure. In general, they've been really good. I know I've been fluctuating a lot between playing Valorant and Apex, and it's tough when you're known for playing a certain game and you move on to a different game. Sometimes the numbers can be discouraging. Maybe you're not averaging as many viewers, but I've seen some really strong support from a lot of people still coming through, still supporting, still subscribing, still gifting, donating, everything. And the Dank Dog Pack is stronger than ever. We hit a big milestone this month. We broke 3,000 followers on Twitch, which is awesome. I think earlier this month we were at an all-time sub high count of over 400, which is like by far the most I've ever had. Man.
That's nuts.
So things are going extremely good. Thank you for asking.
Of course. And you also added push-ups and squats to your channel points.
A new fan favorite.
How are the glutes treating you?
They're tight. Chat loves to pile on when one person requests squats or push-ups. Looking at you, Scoot. Looking at you, Yvonne.
But who's there to make sure you stay hydrated, Dankie?
Cousin Chris. Every time.
You got the other night you got slammed with like I don't even know how many squats or push-ups you had to do, but like I had to time out Scoot because he was just ready to go.
Much.
Yeah, he was ready to go.
It was too much. I mean, we busted him out, no doubt, but I was sore. I was sore the next day. I think we did like 35 squats and 35 push-ups, and then I played a game, and then I did another like 30 or 40 of both. And then I went to work, and I do, just like physical labor the whole night at work. And I woke up the next day, and I was hurting a little bit. I was like muscles, like my back was sore. I was like, I don't even know what's going on here. I was like, I'm either out of shape, getting old, or chat just wants me to be the best me, and that I can respect. So,
I mean, the squats are looking good.
Thanks.
It's definitely working out for you.
Yeah. Chat's favorite is face your map and do the squats. Chat.
Chill. Chat, silly. You're silly. Chat, you're so silly. What you kind of hit on it, but what are you playing now? Like mainly focusing on?
I would say primarily Valorant with Apex thrown in there. I know we're gonna touch on Apex later, and we can go more into this if we want to. Apex can get super frustrating and tilting. The skill-based matchmaking right now is, I don't know if it's me or if it's everyone. I know I've seen a lot of people talking about it. It's tough. Going up against 3 stacks of really solid players with 20 bomb badges, 4K badges, all day for hours is just too much. So Valorant's been my main game, but I'm still playing a lot of Apex. So a healthy combo of the two.
So let's just go straight into gaming news. We'll start off with Apex news. You already hit on it. When did skill-based matchmaking in Apex kind of turn into what it is now? Because it always wasn't like this, and I feel like they kind of snuck it in there on us.
There's always been, so they tweeted about this a while back. It felt like skill-based matchmaking was getting really tough, and this was probably in like season 2 or season 3, and people started really complaining about it. I want to say it was probably early season 3. People were like, what's going on? These people in my lobbies are super sweaty. It's really hard to get kills out here. Everyone I'm playing against is a 3-stack 4K 20 bomb player. Like I'm playing against Preds, like this is pubs. It's supposed to be, fun, more relaxing. This isn't, ranked. Right now, I mean, my experience has been, it's tough. It's hard. Depending on who I'm playing with, it can be really difficult. If I'm playing with some other high level players, the lobbies that we're getting into are all very high level players as well, which is fine sometimes. But like if you're playing pubs, you kind of just want it to be a little more relaxed than like it's not supposed to be like ranked light, diet ranked. It's supposed to be pubs. So like it's fun up to a point. I mean, when you're winning, it's fun. But then there's like I'll go for an hour or two and I'll die in the first fight, second fight, or come get third partied by a squad and just get destroyed. And then I'm like, all right, let's switch to Valorant. Because like it's just not the case there.
And
so
then
it's
you get into Valorant.
an interesting place.
I just don't know like when it happened because I was playing all of season 3. What are we in now? Season 5?
We are in season 4.
Okay,
halfway. We're at the halfway point exactly in season 4.
So I was playing season 3, and I don't know if it's because I was kind of new to the game or not. But like I didn't think I was experiencing crazy skill-based matchmaking. I really noticed it in Fortnite more than anything. And then, I'm starting to see on Twitter, especially this week, you're seeing a lot of the skill-based matchmaking talks in Apex. I didn't even know it existed. But like I'm used to watching like when like you, Lambo, and SoFar like frag out together. It's just like, dude, like that's just like goatness on like all 3 levels there. And but then like I'll come in and like I do see you kind of frustrated. And then you like you just said there, it's just multiple games of back to back where it's like, come on, like this isn't pubs anymore. What?
Yeah.
Nobody likes diet ranked games, bro. Like you said, diet ranked is a
No.
great way to say it. And
yeah. And if you want to play ranked, but pubs shouldn't be like that. I feel like it should be a wider mix of players.
This is where Fortnite went down the hill. Skill-based matchmaking. It took over and you start to notice it. So I don't know if Apex is going to listen to the community and switch it, or is this, you think this is where they're going? They're going to keep it?
I think though there will always be some essence of skill-based matchmaking in the game, and that I can understand because I think their thought process, I imagine, has something to do with not wanting to turn away new players right off the rip. So say, little Tim Tom and Jim Jam are queuing up together like, oh, this is Apex. This is going to be so fun. I can't wait to play this game. And they come against me and SoFar and Lambo, and we wipe the floor with them, disrespect their entire family. They run crying to Gram.
I get that though, but like
they're not gonna want to play the game again.
Dude, like
Gram.
Guess what? Like, and this is like this is gonna be kind of like ruthless, but dude, you can just drop in and play another game, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Like you can go run to Gram. You can go run to Gram and complain, but
she's always ready.
Like at least like there's no like dancing emotes or anything like Fortnite has.
Yeah.
So like it's not like that disrespectful. Like Fortnite's disrespectful.
Another squad's coming in after you kill somebody. You don't have any time to like do anything.
So a lot of people are making like alt accounts right now and queuing into games. So there are new players. I mean, there are players that aren't that good out there because they're queuing into games and they'll drop like 15 to 20 plus kills. And they'll be like, man, like it's so nice playing as on a fresh account because you're not in these crazy lobbies. So like the player base is pretty huge from my understanding still. So I don't think it's a matter of that. I think it just needs to be, you can't just put like the top, what feels like the top 5 to 10% of people all in the same lobby every single game because it's just not enjoyable.
Are your queues taking longer?
Not particularly. They're about the same. They're about the same.
Mendy, you were playing earlier this week, and you're a new player. You're at the beginning level. No, like you're probably mid tier, Mendy, like the average, like in that group, and that's not a shot at your gameplay or anything. It's just because you haven't been playing a ton of Apex. So, how are you feeling in your lobbies that you're going in?
I was playing with Party Scientists, and it wasn't that bad, honestly. I mean, we're no, like you were saying, top tier player of the game. We're not fragging out 10 kills, but I felt like every time I died, it was either on me or it was like a fair fight at the end of it, or there was a fifth party and we're just stuck in the middle of it. But I mean, me personally, because I don't play that much, and I think that's what kind of puts me in that like lower tier bracket of players. It really wasn't that. It didn't feel sweaty. Like, not. I remember when I was heavily playing into it. That's when I felt like every game I was just getting torn apart. So it's weird. I feel like it's good that they put you in some sort of bracket with your kind of players and top tier guys, but at the same time, it can turn into an absolute nightmare after the 5th game and you die like within 5 seconds of it.
Yeah.
I guess I just never noticed it, and I stopped playing towards the end of season 3, and I've played one game of season 4, I think. I'm a fan of, just throw the first 100 that are ready into the game, or 60 in Apex, and see what happens. Like, isn't that the whole point of public games? It's like you go play pickup basketball at the Y or something at your local gym or outside in a park, and it's just, hey, you guys got 10 guys there. First 5 guys to make the free throws are on a team. Then it's the other 5 that are on the other team. Like, and it's the first 10, and then the people just wait in line. They're the next 5 that comes up. What happened to that in battle royales?
Say no pickup.
Sweaty, man. People just they once a game gets good and popular, within a few months, people are already figuring out everything, and they just turn into this ultimate sweat and insane.
I like the chances where, hey, you drop in, you're either gonna get stampeded by a really good squad, the Dank Lambo so far combo, or anybody Danks and Lambo plays with. It could be a random Dave. They're still gonna mop everybody up, or you can run into the team that I'm leading, which is a team of bots and not very good and can't really hit anything. So, like, that's just like that. I miss that kind of battle royale, and it's sad to hear that it's going to Apex because you really only heard it in Fortnite. And to me, that was the start of the downfall. And I don't want Apex to go into this, and I don't want Apex to fall into that, because I love watching Apex, and I think it's the cleanest battle royale out there right now. And I want to see it continue to stay up, to stay that clean, because I want to watch my friends play it. I don't want to play it because I'm terrible at it. Like, I'm just not good. But I love when my homies are playing it because I get to watch it. I love the characters. And it's fun to kind of watch. All right, skill-based matchmaking, Apex, got it. We talked about characters just then. We had some buffs this week. I wrote down Lifeline, Revenant, and Octane. Were those all the buffs? Anybody else get a buff?
Crypto a little bit.
Crypto got one. Okay. I know the Lifeline one, so I'm going to take a shot at the Lifeline one, and then Dankie, correct me if I'm wrong. Lifeline, awesome. Is Lifeline awesome right now or no?
It's pretty great. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Lifeline.
Lifeline now drops her. She can res while being away from her res thing. She drops a shield in front. If you have a down player, like you go, Lambo's always on the ground, so Dankie runs over, drops the shield on, and then Dankie can continue the fight while Lambo's getting res down the ground.
Exactly.
Huge.
Big,
That's awesome
big.
for Lifeline.
Yeah.
I did like the shield before, but now her being in the fight while it's doing the res, it's awesome. I think that's a huge win for anybody who mained Lifeline before, and I can see Lifeline being used a lot in comp now. What do you think, Dankie?
Yeah, I could certainly see it. Just the ability to be able to heal someone with a shield in front of them and be able to fight like while defending them is massive. And we actually found out this week too, even if while I'm defending I go down, the res keeps going, so that other player will still be able to get back up and hop into the fight, even if I'm playing Lifeline and I go down. It's really cool. I've been playing a lot of Lifeline since the update on Tuesday, and she is indeed, in my opinion, better. They took away fast healing, so all legends heal at the same rate now. but in return you got the ability to res and fight at the same time. So I think it's a buff.
It seems like a buff and a nerf.
It's a rework. I don't think it's negative. I think it's more positive than it is negative. Not being able to heal fast is unfortunate, but it's like
it's just like, hey, you're just another legend at that point. Like that was just kind of
new res is so clutch though, because you can just run up to your down person and then just go right into the fight. So clutch.
Yeah.
Now, Revenant. Why am I seeing so many Revenants now when people are playing?
Oh, it's brutal. So his ultimate ability, they had buffed it before because Revenant, when he first came out, was like useless. And
awful.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. And then actually, so they buffed his ult. So initially, when you use the death totem and you go into a fight, you come back with 1 HP. And then somewhere in season 3, they buffed him, and then you came back with 50 HP. And currently, they made it so that there's no range on the death totem, meaning like if you can use it and there's a timer, like say you don't get killed in that timer, you'll spawn back at it or it'll just disappear from your body. But there's a timer now, but there's no range. So meaning you can like plant it on the top of a building, go push a fight halfway across frag, and know that when you come back, you'll be safe. So there used to be a range on it. There was a circle from where it was placed, and you could go up to the edge of that circle. And if you cross the edge of that circle, you would go back to a normal person. And now there's no range on it, so it's being abused heavily. And people can just push fights with almost no consequence. You basically come back with 50 more health than you started with, because you'll lose 100 if you die when you're in it, but you'll come back with 50. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Just hey, Apex, listen, shorten the timer. just make the timer shorter so it's an instant fight. Yeah. And then you can't cross half the map just to start a fight. That's crazy because Revenant was terrible.
Oh, so bad.
Mendy and I were so jacked up for Revenant when he was first coming out.
They did a great job hyping up that character, and this one.
But every fight, like I was watching the other day, and there was like so many Revenants, and I was like, "What's going on here?" But now we know. It's just it's a huge buff for Revenant.
Yeah, absolutely.
Interested to see if they nerf that a little bit, because it sounds like they have to. And hearing you guys talk about it, it sounds like they need to. Octane, what happened with Octane?
Yeah, so Octane got a little bit of a buff, which is kind of cool. He is an interesting legend to play. Shout out Shots, Shaner, my guy, for always being our Octane main. So his stem now, so the like boost that like speeds him up. They increased the speed by 10%. And it was already pretty crazy fast, but now it's even faster. Like, it's wild. I played a little bit of Octane right when the update came out, and it is insane how fast you can move. And when you get hit with heavy bullets, if you try to slide, you'll dead slide, meaning you won't like slide, like be able to do a quick slide. It'll be more of like a slowed down slide. And if he's using his stem, he is no longer vulnerable to movement impairing effects. So basically he doesn't get like that slowdown. And for his ultimate ability, so for his jump pad, you can double jump now off the jump pads. So you get an initial really high jump, and then you can hit whatever your jump button is one more time, and you can like point it in a direction. You'll go a little bit higher and like in that direction. It's pretty cool. It's fun. It's
it seems like a content creator's dream for Octane, like hitting some crazy shots, right?
Right. Because you jump up, you start shooting somebody, and then you jump up a little bit more and just like keep lasering them. It's been fun. Yeah.
Mendy, you still an Octane main?
I was Octane when I was playing with Party Scientists, and I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if I'm just a bot when it comes to playing Octane, but the double jump I felt like wasn't enough. Like, you hear it and you get a little bit of it, but I felt like I don't know. I was hoping for it would shoot out even further
Like
or faster or
yeah,
something.
like a crazy one. Mm-hmm.
And I tried to redirect, and it didn't really go as far out as I thought it would. So I don't know if I was doing it wrong, or because you seemed to really like it. But personally, I wasn't too crazy about the double jump. I don't know if I was doing it wrong though.
I think initially I was turned off by it a little bit. I was confused. I felt the same way. I was like, this is
Mhm.
like nothing. But then after playing around with it a little bit more, it is. I mean, it's not very much height. Like it's just like a little bit more height
Mm.
than you would get with just a single jump. But being able to like go like reposition a little bit. So like if you kind of screw up your jump angle or something, being able to get that extra little bit to get you on to the right place that you were aiming for can be super useful in certain situations.
Gotcha. I gotta use that more often because it's fun using that jump pad and jumping up to another squad. But the
Yeah.
problem is that you're now like an open target. So
That's another tough thing. Yeah.
so I'm hoping that the double jump does kind of help you get away from the situation when you're just a sitting duck in the air and they're lighting you up out of the sky.
Can the entire team use the double jump?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually,
cool.
any jump pad,
So
even the in-game ones.
Okay.
Even like the ones that are placed. So like at what I call Octane Land, which is actually called Gauntlet, but like Octane's town takeover on the corner of the map. So any jump pad that's in the game, whether it's placed by you, whether it's in the game that's spawned already, or whether it's placed by an enemy team, anybody can double jump off any jump pad.
This is a random question. Do you wish there was more just of those bounce pads placed around the maps? Just like random ones?
It could be kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be the worst thing. It'd be kind of cool for some maneuverability.
I'm just trying to think of like it's not like a crazy you can't fly across the map on these pads, but like if they were just like random, like say there's like 20 spread across the map, I feel like it might help rotations or something. I don't know, just throwing that out there.
I think it could be cool, certainly. If there were more around the map. It's definitely something to think about. Let me talk to the devs. I'll tell them.
Talk to the devs. I'll talk to the devs too.
I'll say Uncle Stavi has an idea, and they'll be like, Uncle Stavi?
Mo also says in chat, if they nerf gunfire, that would stop third parties because you can hear bullets from essentially the other side of the world. So
that would be cool.
Is that something that they should look into as well?
I mean, yeah, that would be fantastic. If they it's amazing how quiet footsteps are right now and how loud gunfire is, because there can be people walking up right behind me and kill me, and I'll be like, didn't even make a sound. Or you'll be walking up an area and then somebody will just appear in front of you and you're like, where's the audio? Where's the audio? I don't know. There's Apex is a great game. It's one of my favorite games, but by golly, it can be extremely frustrating sometimes.
And real quick, what happened with crypto? And I almost just said Cypher right there because I'm an idiot when it comes to the difference between the two games.
Now.
So his drone that he throws out, it used to take 2.5 seconds to throw out. It only takes 1.5 now. And the EMP, so his ultimate ability, destroys Watson's pylons now. So it destroys those like guys.
I knew exactly what you were talking about when you was. That's pretty cool. And you know what? It's kind of like it looks like they buffed all the characters that maybe weren't being used too much. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So I kind of, I'm kind of about it because now I think, and Dankie, you and I were talking about this the other day, is when you're playing and I'm watching you play, you're seeing all different characters now. And you may not be used to defending against a Revenant's ultimate or a Crypto's ultimate, but now you kind of have to brace yourself for a little bit of everything. And I think that's cool for a game that has individual characteristics for their legends. And I know it might be annoying right now, but I think it's overall good for the game how you're not just running into Path, Wraith, Gibby like every single time, right? Like it's just kind of
a huge hit with the was it 30 seconds now with the grapple hook?
35.
35. Oh man.
I'm still seeing a lot of people using Path though. Like
Yeah,
just
yeah,
having
just
that
the ult
access.
alone
he's
kind of
still
gets you out of
good.
situations, or
He's so good.
yeah.
Was this a nerf with the Wraith?
It's more of a rework
Okay.
than it is a nerf.
So kind of like a
have
lifeline rework. It's not really a buff or a nerf. It's just kind of
Mhm.
they adjusted something.
Yeah, it's a rework, right? So going into your phase walk, which is like your tactical ability.
Mhm.
It takes 1.25 seconds now, and it used to be 0.4 seconds. So it's a little bit more time. So I think
You get a
the
cool like
object of
animation
this.
now. She like
Yeah, you get a
warms it
cool
up.
animation. It just like takes a second, right?
Yeah.
But I think what they wanted was Wraith was really good at being able to push into fights, and then when it got hairy, when she was taking damage, phase out right away, phase to safety. And so now I think they want it to be more like a strategic repositioning, as opposed to I'm getting lasered in this fight and I need to back out. It does last a little bit longer. You do move faster when you're in the phase walk now, so you can travel a further distance. They did nerf her portal, though. It is 25% shorter, which is
Yeah, I don't like that.
interesting.
I don't like
But
that.
then the phase walk used to be 35 seconds, and then they moved it down to 25 seconds. So it's more of a rework. I have to experiment more with playing Wraith. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think maybe they want people to play other agents. So they buffed some of the ones that weren't getting played as much, reworked or nerfed some of the legends who were being played a lot. But I think Apex is in a pretty good state. I mean, I have some opinions about skill-based matchmaking and Caustic and Revenant.
With these
But other than
new
that,
buffs on the characters, do you think you'll see them more in like competitive and ranked games, or even like sports? Because
yeah,
I know Lifeline
I
is
don't.
always going to be in there, but maybe Revenant now.
I'm thinking like if what I've been running to in ranked is like Revenant, Caustic, Lifeline,
Oh
which
wow.
is just bundles of fun to play against. I don't love it. I don't love the state that ranked's in right now. It's
Oh wow.
not very fun. There's some weird legends being played. I guess
Let it out, Shawnee. Let it out.
it used to be like I was an Apex Predator the first time ranked came out. I was an Apex Predator, and we played what a lot of people play. It was probably Pathfinder, Wraith, and then insert a third. We probably ran Lifeline or Bangalore or someone like that. But now it's weird because you're running into these teams. Like there's not as much skill anymore right now with being able, if you're a Caustic, your gas lasts forever. Once the gas goes off, there's no way to turn it off. Your teammates don't get slowed by it anymore. So you can gas up a room. You can use a Revenant ult. You can push a fight with no consequences. So you can basically cost another team. And if you have a Lifeline, you can, when you get back from the Revenant ult, you can drop your heal bot, heal up, and then re-push that fight with the exact same amount of health that you just pushed that fight, knowing that they're going to be hurt. It's in a weird place. It's just like, it's less strategic, in my opinion, and more like we're going to play these legends that are clearly the meta right now in Apex and just cost other teams games that are playing not that. So you're at a disadvantage in ranked right now if you don't have a Caustic on your team, if you don't have a Revenant on your team. Like, that's my personal opinion.
Yeah, to both of those legends. Even though I do like secretly love Revenant, but like I was just so hurt by Revenant being so bad off the rip that I just can't do it. I would never be able to do it. We can do these ones real quick. Havoc got bullet reduction.
It's a little better. I mean, it's still broken. They increased the recoil a little bit, and they decreased the mag size by 4. It's still lasers. It still sucks getting shot by Havoc, and it's still really easy to control the recoil after like 2 or 3 shots. It's an absolute laser beam. There's too many of them on the map, and I love dying by them.
Why not make it a a gold weapon or something that comes in the drops, and just make
Is
it
it
like
devotion
a
still in the game?
Yeah, it's a gold gun. It comes in the care packages.
Okay.
I take that back.
Yeah.
I don't want to see a gold havoc. I don't want to see a gold havoc.
That
thing Gold
was
Havoc is
great,
scary.
dude. That thing
They're already where they're already gold level. Lost Treasures. What's going on with that? Have you been playing that at all?
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, so they came out with Armed and Dangerous, which is an old LTM that they're bringing back, which is shotguns and snipers, and they brought in a new. They took out respawn beacons in the game, but brought in a new item, mobile respawn beacons, which is really cool. So everybody starts with one in their inventory when you drop, and essentially, if one of your teammates goes down, you snag their banner, you select it from your inventory, and a respawn beacon comes down. It shows on the map like kind of where it is, like you can see the big green light in the sky. So other people might come try to like get you from that. Anybody can use it once it's been placed, but it's really cool. So I've been playing some Armed and Dangerous when pubs gets too sweaty, and it's been fun. And the mobile respawn beacon's cool. I don't know if I'd like to see it in the actual game, but in the LTM, it's pretty cool.
I feel I heard you guys talking about this the other day. I feel like they're testing it out right now to see if they want to put it in the actual game. So
I heard something about that. I'm not 100% sure if there's any validity to that.
I'm laughing right now because I messed it up when I was playing with Jules. I thought you just had to place it down and then they automatically respawn. I didn't realize you had to place it down, go up to it, and then hold down button to respawn. So I put it like pretty much outside of the circle, and Jules was like, no, like wait, like put it over there. And I was like, nah, dude, it's fine. I just gotta drop it down, and because he knows he gets how it works, but I completely mess it up. So like our last fight, I was like sweating my heart out. I finally realized that he wasn't there with me. It was the rando that we were with, and then I ran up to it. I was like, oh my god, you're not here with us. So I tried to get him in there, and then as he was spawning in, I was the last person to survive. It was just two teams versus each other. I died, and because I died too early, he wasn't able to fully respawn back in yet.
Oh no!
And it could have been such a game changer if I just knew that he wasn't actually in the game yet, and it was just me running with the rando that we had. So I'm sorry, Jules.
Come on, Mendy.
Come on, cuz.
Come on now.
Big rips.
Okay, so final thing here, Dankie. How are we feeling about Apex right now?
In general, okay. I can handle Apex in doses. I'm really glad that I have Valorant to play if I want to switch over to that. Apex is still a lot of fun. I like that they continue to update and make changes to the game. I think they are trending in the right direction, but it can be super frustrating at times. But it's still good. I still enjoy the game.
Well, I hope it stays there because I really do like Apex. I think it's clean. I think it's a fun watch if you're watching Twitch. And I know a lot of people that I follow love playing it and they have a great time playing it. So for them, I really hope it, either finds the right path or, kind of works some things out and, stays on the level that, it was. Because I think season 3 was great. I had a blast playing it. And it seems like there's been some back and forth this year or this season so far. And for any game that's popular and people like to play, I hope it continues to be good because these people want a good game and continue playing it. So just don't do what Fortnite did and you'll be great and do that. So
just don't integrate building in the game and you'll be fine, Apex.
Yeah, put building, but don't do what they did. Let's talk about Valorant a little bit. You said you go to this every now and then. Ranked is now officially in the game. Came out this week, which I think is huge. Not only because I think this game has ranked written all over it, but I think it's going to save the public games in Valorant a little bit. And I think we noticed that pubs were getting a little sweaty before ranked was out because all you could do is play ranked or pub games.
Yeah.
Now with ranked being out, I feel like some people are going to start going ranked, and then people that want to play pubs and just kind of have fun are going to just continue just playing the pub games. So we'll start with Dankie here. Dankie, what do you good for the game that ranks out, so it kind of clears all the playing fields a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can kind of get a feel for like where you are in ranked. I think a lot of the professional players and a lot of the sweatier players per se will play a lot of ranked and try to get to a high rank. I know I've played some, and it's sweaty, but it's fun. It really forces you to play the game in a different type of way. So it's great for the game, in my opinion. I think Unrated is a lot of fun. Spike Rush was a fantastic addition to when the game came out. And now with ranked out there, I think there are a lot of options. And I mean, I know me personally, I love Valorant. Like, I've been having so much fun playing. So great for the game, though.
Mendy, you happy ranked is officially here?
Yeah, I think I said it when this game first came out. I can see this game really going through the roof with esports. It just comes off as such a competitive game. So anything ranked will help pubs, and it's crazy how fast they work, because they weren't planning on releasing the game till later on, I believe, and then all of a sudden they're like, we're releasing it now, and then they're like, yeah, like, give us a few weeks to do ranks, like, we're still working it out, and then they're like, okay, ranks out right now. So
Yeah.
I love that they're kind of like nonchalantly like mentioning things, and then they're like, boom, here it is, guys. So rank is great for it. I haven't even played a ranked game. I'm too scared. I don't know why. I gotta get into it. I'm probably gonna be like Wood 3 or something like that. But I love Valorant.
I'm definitely not a ranked player, because I like to have fun. I like to have fun too much in Valorant, to the demise of some of my teammates. But Dankie, why are you staring at me like that? And I just like vibing out with, like, the 4 other people you're playing with. Like, I find Valorant very fun when it's, a team of 5, your team of 5, everybody has comms going on, and you're kind of just like vibing around. But ranked is huge, because this game has esports written all over it. It has when it first started playing it, and even to today, it has esports, tournaments, league, whatever it is. It has that's what Valorant is going to be. I love playing it. I think it's a nice switch up, like you said, Dankie, compared to like another game that you play. And I think Valorant has done a good job. I think the developers have done a very good job with this game. Some people would disagree, and saying it's overhyped, but I think they're doing everything right. They did the beta, got that over early. They released the game. They got ranked out there wicked fast. They're making updates almost weekly to the game, which is huge. I know Viper got a little buff on the little fence that Viper throws. You can like throw it through walls now, and it carries through. Just stuff like that. They have a head on their shoulders right now, and I think they're doing good. Would you guys agree or disagree?
Absolutely. I think Valorant, of all the games that I've played in the past, does an excellent job patching things that are wrong, quality of life changes, updating agents, updating the maps, and especially with everything going on with the coronavirus right now and Riot Games, a lot of their employees working from home. I think they've done an outstanding job with the updates and communicating to the community what they're trying to do and explaining that in the patch notes.
Man,
patch notes.
I love patch notes, dude.
Fortnite doesn't know what patch notes
That's when Fortnite started going downhill. They're like, we're not going to tell you what we did, idiots. And I was just like, all right.
Fine.
Patch notes are so huge for a game, and it
is.
It means you like care about your community. Like, you're detailing everything that you're doing that week, and it's huge. So you can kind of have an understanding. I like how Valorant. Sorry, Mendy. Do you agree that they're doing everything right?
Yeah, if anything, I would say maybe add like a new game mode, like another kind of spike rush. That's the only thing I would say to add on to. Or do what we've been saying, where it's like have a regular unranked game, but best out of 12 or something, not best out of like 8 or something like that.
Yeah. I love Spike Rush personally, and it's a really good warm up. You know, you play two games of Spike Rush or something, and then you can just kind of jump in. I like how they update Spike Rush every week. They add new like orbs you can pick up. The golden gun is crazy.
Fun.
Rips.
But that's Spike Rush. Spike Rush is supposed to be a little wild, a little less serious, and and I treat it as a warm up, and I think everybody else that we play with treats it as a warm up. I'm loving Valorant. I think it's in a really good spot right now. I know we were watching a tournament that was happening yesterday, and like all of us were kind of like following it on the side. I know Dankie and Limbo were like definitely were tuning in a little bit harder than maybe I was, but it's just cool to kind of see the vibes that Valorant's getting right now. Because if you do a vibe check on Valorant, I think it's high. I think it's high. Some people don't like it. I think it's because they don't like the 5v5 kind of style, which is understandable. I wasn't about it, and then the ultimate abilities kind of changed me a little bit. It's not just 5v5 strat, shoot, and get behind a wall. The ultimates kind of give me more of a video game kind of feel to it than just a straight 5v5 shooter. So I'm vibing with Valorant. Dankie?
Vibing. Big
Mendy?
vibing.
Big vibes.
Chat?
Jake Cube said something. He's like, you have to mute the players, though. If
Oh,
you go
yeah.
They're like the worst.
I hate playing with I think you need at least 3 people on your own team.
Yeah.
Two and under, you can't
overcrowd.
play.
Yeah.
You can't play 2 or under.
Yeah. They're relentless.
4 is doable. 5 is the best. 4 is doable. 3 is like
It's like the borderline where you're getting into
it's like,
the
hey, you want to play
zone.
Spike Rush? You just want to play Spike Rush with 3, and then it's like, yeah, and then it's like the 3rd Spike Rush. You're like, kind of just really want to play a pub game, but all right, let's give it a shot. I'm about it. I love Valorant. It's just fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
Huge news that came out later on in this week or this past week, the tail end of this week that we're currently on. DrDisrespect banned from Twitch. Not a lot has surfaced regarding this. I think that's fair to say from right off the rip. I don't think it's good to speculate on things that we don't know too much about. I know we were all kind of sharing tweets with each other prior to tonight's show, all kind of saying the same thing. We saw the video of him ending the stream, like thanking the Champions Club members for their support. Him just like instantly logging off. That's kind of all we know right now. There's a lot going on in the Twitch and streaming communities that I don't even want to begin to speculate on, just because it's just unfair to Doc. It's unfair to his family and everything to speculate on. So we're not going to do that. One thing that we can mention is this Brime. Is it Brime or Brim?
I don't even know how to pronounce it.
I'm going to go Brime.
Probably Brime.
I'm going to go Brime. It's this new quote unquote streaming site that's been catching a lot of wind, especially today. And it's following a lot of key figures inside of that used to stream for Twitch. It's connecting. They follow DrDisrespect, Ninja, Shroud, and it's caught a lot of wind today. It's been circulating a lot. Again, I don't want to speculate too much, but this one, it's kind of popping up that's saying this might be a real possibility here. It's a new streaming site, and when we'll get into this with the Mixer stuff later. You kind of knew that someone was going to take a shot at a streaming platform. There was an open room available in the streaming house, and someone was going to take a shot at it. So keep your eyes open for this Brime stuff. Let's see what more comes out with DrDisrespect. It's unfortunate he can't stream anymore. Did you guys watch Doc at all? He's kind of annoying to me, but entertaining at the same time.
Yeah, I like DrDisrespect. I thought he was a super funny personality. Whoever does his graphics and makes his video
so good.
Does his production team is insane. By far the best I've ever seen from a streamer. Like outstanding. His personality that he's built by being, DrDisrespect. I mean, he's
character.
Extremely disrespectful. Like he's just mean and he's like the bad guy and he's built this personality and it's cool. I mean, and he's one of the most viewed, most sub to guys on Twitch. So it was a real shock seeing him get permabanned this week without really any explanation.
Yeah. I think that's the thing that bothers me the most is that there's no official release statement from anybody, not even from Twitch. I'm like, this is a guy you guys contracted. Like, give him something or give us something. I don't even know.
Yeah, and this day and age, it's I kind of like, letting things unfold first before, going, too far and potentially saying the wrong thing. So, I hope the best for all parties that may be involved. It's obviously a shock to everybody. Let's see what happens and what comes through. I know I'm going to miss him playing with, Tim the Tapman and Nip Mercs because those were very fun streams to just kind of watch. Timmy Tenders and Doc going back and forth is like, dude, that is like my first impression of Twitch. And it's so funny, like that little bond that they had. So, I'm gonna miss it for sure. And let's just see what comes from it and what pops up. So that was huge this weekend. This hit just on Friday. So stay tuned for more. Check Twitter. Don't check Twitter. I don't know where to get news anymore.
Seriously.
I guess Twitter. Mendy sent me over a TikTok news thing, and I was like, Mendy, you get your news from TikTok? All right.
It was his VOD of like his last stream. I guess like his last few minutes of his stream.
Yeah.
Weird ending.
It was.
Sure.
He was, because it's rare to see him sad, and when he is sad, something really bad happened, and it was he pretty much, something really bad happened because it seemed like he got a text message from his lawyer or somebody, and it just went downhill from there. So do I get my news from TikToks? Maybe, but it was the VOD of his like the last moments of his last stream on Twitch.
He dropped that F-bomb and then like cutscene.
And then he's done. Yeah, that was it.
You're like, oh,
Weird.
something bad happened.
Earlier in the week, Halo had a signal detected or something like this.
I love Stav's like his way of finding things is just so absurd to him.
No, it's just like I just don't get Halo overall, okay? And I know a lot of people love Halo, right?
What do you mean by that? You don't get Halo, like the hype behind it, or you just don't understand it as a game?
Like, so no, I get the hype, back in 2004 when Halo was like Halo and dominating.
I'll give you that. Like Halo 3 was definitely in its prime, I would say.
I just the way people get excited for new Halo news now, it's just like, dude, it's almost been 20 years. This game isn't coming back. Like, I get like the nostalgia point of it, like you love Halo, so like you'll check it out. It's never gonna be what it was, though.
I mean, maybe to the players though, it'll still bring back that happiness. It may not be the number one game, may not be the number one stream game on whatever platform, but I think that it's for the players. It's for the guys that are obsessed with Halo. It's not meant for like everybody hop on Halo again, love us again. I don't think they're necessarily trying to do that.
So this is the signal, the video that came out, like signal detected, and it was a bunch of like attention everybody out there. This is a mandatory signal coming in, like attention.
Stav hates everything about this.
And this is Halo Infinity. People yell at me. People can yell at me all they want. No, but like another thing, like JQ saying Call of Duty. Halo, all right, like only Xbox has it. And then is it going to come to PC? Are PlayStation people going to be able to play it? Like, is it going to be like a battle royale, like a Warzone that Call of Duty did? Guess what? Call of Duty's on every platform, though.
Why are you hating on this game so much?
I just don't buy into Halo. Okay, I don't buy into it, especially almost 20 years later. I'm not buying into it.
Did you not play Halo like when you were?
I did play Halo.
Yeah, Danks, I did.
I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool.
Okay.
What do you guys think about the signal detected in Halo? And is it Infinity or Infinite? What we got going on here?
I have no idea.
See, okay, Mendy's an Xbox guy too, and he still has no idea.
Yeah.
Um,
I think from our inside sources, from one of our producers here, Yvonne.
Check. Okay,
Yvonne says
Bonnie Buckets.
infinite. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Yvonne, our producer in the background.
Thank you.
yeah, thank you, Ivan.
Thank you. Check. Love you.
Me personally, I grew up playing Halo. Like Halo was probably the first rated M game that I ever played when I was a kid. It was either that or GTA. Halo, I remember when I was still living in Memphis, Tennessee, going over to my buddy Michael Richmond's house, and he had an older brother. Shout out Michael Richmond. He's married now. Poor guy. And and playing Halo, playing through the campaign, like playing split screen, like one-on-one. And then Halo 2 came out, and I played that on Xbox 360 when I was in high school with my cousins, with my friends for countless hours a night. Halo 2 campaign was wonderful. The online experience was so much fun. I remember getting pretty good at that. And then Halo 3, also on the 360, the campaign was like perfect. You could play with up to 4 people. So me, my younger brother, and one of my cousins played through the entire campaign, had so much fun. We'd have LAN parties with our friends in high school. We'd play online all the time. But Halo has a very special place in my heart when I was deep into video games. So I would love to see a new Halo game. I think it could be really cool. I think there's a Halo 5, and I've heard people don't like it very much. So hopefully this Halo Infinite could be a step in the right direction, back to Halo 2, Halo, and Halo 3 vibes.
I hope so. And if I came off as like over analyzing it, so I was. I want every game to be successful, like off the rip. I don't care if it's a game that I absolutely can't stand. I want that game to be successful because I know there's going to be people enjoying the game out there. For me, it's just like I feel like they're trying to resurrect a game that really peaked in like the mid 2000s. And like I just don't want them to be disappointed when it comes out. And like the last Halo that you mentioned, not too many people like it. Like it didn't blow up like people thought it was gonna. They just released one last year. It was like a remastered version of something.
Well, I think they for PC you can now play all like the old Halo games. They remastered.
I think that was earlier this year.
Yeah.
So like, and a lot of people were jacked up for that, and I think it was big that first weekend.
I felt like there's a huge hype behind it, and then it
And
died
then
off.
I didn't see very much news after that.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, I just don't want that to happen again to a new game that people really invest their time into. Like they're gonna wait for it, and then it comes out. It's just like, you know what? It's okay. But like Halo peaked when it had the campaign, and then you did the LAN parties, like Dankie was talking about right there. Like back in the day, like that's
that was
what
also
Call
like
of
a
Duty
different time, you know.
And Halo did though. Like it was you play the campaign, and then you rip the multiplayer until your thumbs fall off. And like people, I feel like people don't play campaigns anymore. They go straight into the multiplayer or the BR in these circumstances. So I hope the best for it. I really do. Anybody who's looking to get it, please let us know when it does finally come out. That signal gets detected a little more.
I'm sorry,
let us
laughing.
know.
JC is very, very upset.
I know.
They made $4 billion. It's doing really well. Well, I don't hear people talk. Do you see a lot of people stream it anymore? Do you see a lot of people doing much with it now?
It's and I know I'm coming off strong, especially to the Halo lovers out there, and I understand that. I hope for your benefit it comes out and they knock it out of the park. I really do. But put it on PC or so other people can play it too. Okay. Because I would love to play it, but I can't because I don't have an Xbox, and I'm not going to get the new Xbox. I may get the new PlayStation. We'll see. But put it on PC. Put it on PC. Finn and rant. What's up, JCube? All right, real quick on these last two gaming news, and then we're going to get into the Mixer discussion because I'm dying to talk about that. Fortnite. Yay, Fortnite. Yeah. you're still a trash game. They did something really cool though. They did something really. Oh, dang! You haven't heard this yet. I am officially done with Fortnite. It's over.
My man's made a whole stream revolved around Fortnite.
I did. I actually threw away. I threw away my Marauder stuff.
This guy.
In my pre-planning move, I looked at it. I saw the wig, the sweatband, the tracksuit, and I was just like,
"Hey, man." Some people buy a Corvette when they have a midlife crisis. Some people go full Marauder, but I'm glad you came out on the light side.
And it's one less thing to pack. It's one less thing to pack for sure. They do something, and I'm gonna save it for the end. They did another one of those party royale things. And for the people that don't know Fortnite, it's kind of like you can go into like a virtual park and hang out. You can go in with your friends. They have like you can play soccer in it. You can shoot darts at like boards and like draw. You can go on zip lines. You can ride boats. It's kind of like the fun things that you don't get to do in the game too much because people are trying to murder you. And so they created like this little space where you can go and just like hang out with friends, like especially like if you're a young kid or something like that. You and Johnny, or who's the names you said earlier, Dankie?
Oh, Tim, Tom, and Jim Jam.
Yeah, Tim, Tom, and Jim. They can like go in there and kick a soccer ball around. They've been doing concerts, and this week they had Diplo come back, and he brought Young Thug and Noah Cyrus on. Miley Cyrus's younger sister looks like just identical to her. It's crazy. And he did a DJ set with both Young Thug and Noah Cyrus. I liked the first one they did. They had like Steve Aoki on, and there was so many vibes for it. Like it was cool. And I watched this one, and I was just like, Diplo's didn't really bring the hype. He didn't bring vibe. He didn't bring a vibe check. He didn't Snickers bar before I think he went on concert. And there was nothing behind it. There was no spice. There was no pizzazz to it. So I was kind of thrown off by it. I don't know if you guys so heartless. Like I love Diplo too. His songs are dope. Like he's a really good artist. Was just another night, Keep going.
Keep going, man.
You somehow like created the day when we were singing pre-show.
I think I made like 8 days out of the week for every person.
It was the Beatles song, 8 days a week.
Yeah. I'm a big singer now.
So like I think it's cool how they do this. They just put them up on a screen on this little island, and they do a DJ set. I'm about that. I thought this week's was pretty weak. But overall, I like the idea. They're also playing movies now on this little island.
Love that. I love watching
movies. You can go into Fortnite and watch Inception in North America.
Inception like it's just out of all the movies.
So like they had like a Christopher Nolan theme, like in different regions. Batman Begins was on, and The Prestige was on there. But North America was Inception. Guys, like the craziest movie that you really want to show 12-year-olds.
What is Fortnite? Like, can somebody tell me what Fortnite is?
First of all, what's Inception? I still don't know if it's reality or if it's a dream. What's going on? Inception's one of the craziest movies like that. I still to this day have no idea what happened. So I'm not going to jump into Fortnite to watch Inception. But I think it's cool how Fortnite's like, they're doing concerts on this island. They're showing movies. Like it's like you're going to a drive-through movie. Like, oh, what are you going to do tonight with the kids? Oh, we're going to turn on Fortnite, sit on the couch, and watch Inception. So, Mendy, cue it up. What's the question you just asked?
Why you gotta be so heartless? Oh, what is Fortnite?
What the hell is Fortnite now? Like, what are we doing?
I don't know, Stav. Like, that was your game. And then you're like, oh, I don't like it anymore. And then you're like, oh, it's pretty cool that they add movies in there.
I think it's a cool option. Like, it's different, right? Like,
true.
I know, Dankie, you haven't probably seen Fortnite or played it in years, but like, what was like the last time Dankie played Fortnite, right?
Dude,
compared to like
Danks
what it is now.
His early streams used to be Fortnite.
Like compared to what it is now, like if Dankie jumped in, he'd be like, "What the hell is going on here?"
Yeah,
you're having a picnic.
It's a very different game from when I left, and even more so different than when I first started. I think I started playing in season 2 or season 3, and it's been I haven't played in I don't know, a a long time.
It's
But-
not Grandpa Jim's Fortnite anymore. I'll tell you that.
No, I mean, I could still, crank 90s on nerds, but like, I would probably get outplayed a lot if I ever went back.
But like with regards to this, like, do you think this is like? So my theory is I think it's cool that Fortnite's doing something so different, putting on
It is
concerts.
interesting. I mean, they're still one of the most popular games ever created. So, I mean, they're doing something right. It is I don't keep up with Fortnite anymore, but showing movies and I mean, it's a good idea, really. I mean, it sounds kind of cool. It doesn't make me want to go play it again, but it is interesting that they have in-game concerts, that they do these huge events. Didn't their last event like crash? Like they couldn't fit everybody into the server who wanted to
we want
watch
to go
the
down.
event.
We want to go down this road again.
Please.
Andy, you want me to go off again?
I don't even
No?
want to talk about Fortnite on this podcast anymore. Stav's very upset because not only was it on a Tuesday or a Monday, he couldn't watch it, but even when he tried to get into it, they restricted it so he couldn't play it. Very upset, very sensitive talk. Why you gotta be so hard?
I like how Fortnite does these particular set of things because this is why I won't uninstall the game in case like an event comes up and I can go check it out, like a Travis Scott concert.
That was cool.
I won't uninstall Fortnite for these reasons, but I will not be playing it.
Yeah. Heard that.
Last of Us 2, just some quick news on Last of Us 2 came out last Friday. Had 4 million buys in the first 3 days. Pretty good numbers for that kind of game, I would say. I've seen a lot of people playing it. Mendy, you said you won't watch it because you plan on playing it, right? And you don't want any spoilers. Do you think that's a issue with campaigns on Twitch, is that you don't want to ruin like any spoilers for a game that you're interested in playing?
Yeah, definitely. The main reason why I want to experience it for myself, I don't want my experience to be somebody else's experience.
Yep.
I want to play that game to myself. I didn't plan on streaming it. Yvonne kind of was like, "Oh, I want to see." So I'm still like on the fence about it. I haven't played the game yet, mainly because I haven't set up my PS4 yet. I don't know, that game, just something about that game, the campaign to it, the story of it, it's almost like a movie. So for me personally, I just want to watch the movie by myself. I don't want to watch a movie. I don't want to watch somebody else watching the movie, if that makes any sense.
That makes sense, man. I get what you're saying.
I think that's a good point. I think it's a good point.
So I think it does hurt, but at the same time, if you wait a little bit and you really like the person and you've already know what's going to happen and you see their reaction, that's pretty cool. But early on, I don't want to see anything about it. I think I rated into Jay and I was like, "I'm sorry, dude, I can't be in here right now, but have a great stream."
That was last week. That was after the
Yeah.
podcast. We went to Jay's, he was playing it. Mendy's like, "I can't watch this." And I was like, "Why?" And he's just like, "Because I'm going to play it." Dankie, you don't play campaign games on stream or anything like that. I don't know if what was the last campaign game that you played, Dankie? If you don't mind me asking.
Red Dead Redemption 2 was
Okay.
the last campaign game that I played. I haven't really played campaign games on stream. I would be interested in it. A lot of people have been talking about The Last of Us and The Last of Us Part 2. I never played the first one, but I would be interested in playing Last of Us Part 2 just because of the stellar reviews and how many people have told me that they really enjoy the game.
Streaming campaign games is tough. There's a lot of downtime, a lot of story in it because, like Mendy said, it's a movie. And unless you're super crazy Mark and you can kind of build your own movie while another movie's going on during your stream, like it's hard because you have to keep those people watching, somewhat entertained instead of just reading through stuff. So it's definitely tough.
Yeah.
And then you also have the people like Mendy who, if it's a brand new game who want to play it, they're like, "Man, I want to see it firsthand. I don't want to see someone else go through it, and then I go through it and kind of have to." So
yeah, I think as a streamer too, like if you do play campaign games, and let's say if somebody just couldn't go to your first stream on the game, they might not feel obligated to go to your next streams with the same campaign because they already missed out on the beginning part of it. So I feel like it hurts. That's why I'm still on the fence about streaming it, but I'm still considering it.
I think watching people play a campaign game is really good for old games.
Yeah.
So
like people already know
Courage,
about it or something.
Courage this week went in and played God of War, the new God of War.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's been out for almost 2 years now. And like that's a really good time to play a game like that. You know, a game of the year kind of game. Everybody loves it. And people are like, might be on the fence, like, oh, I was interested in going to buy it. Let me check it out. Like it's not brand new anymore, so they want to see if they're interested. So like I think, you know, years down the line, it's cool and you can kind of get away with it. It's not so new, but Last of Us 2 crushed it in ratings. Metacritic 94, IGN 10 out of 10. GameSpot, who I usually always kind of go to check the ratings, gave it an 8, which I think is a very solid score. It's a rookie, you know, it's a rookie number score, 8 flat, but it's still very solid for a game, I would say. So
I'm a little bit disappointed that they gave it an 8 because I would consider the first game a 10 out of 10. An 8 is kind of like a huge drop off in my eyes for it.
I'm just happy. There's still Halo chat going on in
I see that
chat right now, which is just great.
I
did my job.
Cube is gonna let this one
Cube's
go.
just gonna end it until the end. And Warzone, real quick, I wanted to hit on. Congrats to Last of Us 2, by the way, for a successful launch on that first weekend. That's really good. I always like seeing games like that do well. Warzone. This isn't news to Mendy and Dankie. Might be news to the world. I'm hooked. I'm hooked on Warzone. I'm freaking loving this game.
It's a man that used to say he hated it and people should uninstall it.
I've been so back and forth on it. I've had a
You're so back and forth on everything. It doesn't even matter what the subject is.
Dude,
that's okay.
The flavor of the month right now for me is Warzone.
You're hot and you're cold. You're yes and you're no.
Mendy, why you gotta be so heartless? I'm tearing us apart, yeah. That was like
pretty
a little
good.
Creed.
That was good.
Creed.
I don't know why.
I like
a
a little bit of
Matchbox
Creed.
20 into it.
Yeah.
Why you gotta be so heartless, yeah? 3 a.m. I must be lonely, yeah. No one knows what Matchbox 20 is, do they?
Ooh.
I know Matchbox 20.
Nice, bro. I thought I was such a boomer that nobody would know it. Nice.
I got you, man.
Mendy doesn't know what
birthday
it is.
just recently passed by. He's
Yeah.
now a boomer. Happy
He
birthday.
is.
Yo, can we get some happy birthdays in chat, please?
Dude,
Stavi, happy birthday, buddy.
it's 357 days to my next birthday.
We have our resident happy birthday singer on deck with us. Cousin Chris, would you like to give a little rendition of happy birthday for our good buddy, Uncle Stavi?
That's not something I would do on the happy birthday to Stav.
You gotta be so heartless. Thank you for the birthday. Thank you for the birthday shoutouts, guys.
That's not something I would do.
But Warzone to me, it's shit, dude. I finally got like that hooked feeling that people always talk about with Warzone that I never had, and I think because I'm watching it more on Twitch now, like I'm buying into it a little bit, and I think that helps, right? So like I stopped watching Fortnite games and I started watching, you know, Apex, and I really loved Apex for a little bit, and then started watching a little Fortnite, got back into Fortnite.
Same thing with Valorant. You weren't crazy about that, and then you watched.
I don't really watch a lot of Valorant, and it shows in my gameplay.
No, I meant beforehand, like you weren't interested in it, and then you started watching it more, and you got interested.
Yeah, and I think that helps, you know. So I've been watching a lot of Nick Merckx lately, Tim play, and like I'm feeling it now. I'm feeling the flow. I love watching Nick Merckx. He's so freaking good at the game. Reminds me of myself, and it's just like I'm in now. I'm in. I know the weapons. I know some of the map.
I think he's upset with
I got games with Deuces Wild Bill last night. Like he just jumped in, and I was like, all right, let's go. I got another dub last night, bro. There's no better feeling than getting a win in Warzone in anything in life. I'm talking softball championships, spelling bee titles. I'm trying to think, like returning a library book on time. There's no better feeling in the world than a Warzone win.
Wow.
And I'm just getting them nonstop now, bro. I'm like, yo, what's up? Let's go. I think I have 5 now to my name. Not bragging or anything, but that good. Yeah, I'm feeling it, man. Scoot's in. I've been playing with Magic recently. Deuces jumped in last night. Mendy, you played the other night with us. We got a win.
Yeah, true. True.
And I'm just feeling it. I'm still waiting for where is he? I'm gonna try to point up to him. I think he's over here.
Yes.
On the podcast.
Yes.
Let's see if he jumps in. But yeah, I'm just vibing right now. I had to say it. I had to let the world know that
This is in the notes. Just stop talking about Warzone.
Just hitting on my new main game in the notes. Yeah. So you can catch me at Superstore. I'll be there. Get ready for the gulag because that's where you're going if you run into me out there.
God help us.
Just kidding. I'll be the one in the gulag, and then my team will buy me back in. But
Riz.
You guys have any other thing for gaming news that you want to hit on?
No, that's good.
Thank you. You're good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Mendy, you good?
Mm-hmm.
Chat, we good? JQ, you still want to go back to Halo?
Talking about Halo.
JQ, you still want to go back to Halo?
He said he read all the books. What books is he talking about? Like all the comic books? Like all the graphic? Like I don't get. What is he talking about?
I can see JQ just like raging at his computer
like
right
Halo,
now.
like novels, like
for real.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know. He's probably so mad at me right now. He's probably throwing fists in the air right now, and he doesn't know what he's talking about.
That's pretty good. All right, Mendy, you want to do your little solo thing here, baby?
Oh snap! Yeah, sure, Stabby. So
nice.
Everybody in chat right now that's happy besides J Cubes. Thank you all for being here. We're currently live doing the podcast. What we do, we put the video version on our YouTube page. All you have to do is type in Good Game Report. Make sure you subscribe to us. And then we put the audio everywhere. All you have to do is type in Good Game Report. It's on Spotify, Google. What else even is there? Apple. Just type in Good Game Report. I don't even know how many times I gotta tell you this. And then buy our merch. I'm wearing a friend's merch right now, but under it, I do have a GGR logo. You probably can't even see the shirt. And just type in Good Game Report. We're everywhere, baby. You're, and I love Danks, and we hit those.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That was a solid 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'll give it an 8-1.
Craig right now.
I'm being generous, cuz.
I can just miss so many things.
Follow the Good Game Report on Twitch.
Type in Mendy1011 on your TikTok. Give me a fat follow. While you're there, give I Have the Danks on TikTok a fat follow
I'm on TikTok as well. I have the Danks. Yeah.
Danks comes in like every night. He's just like, man, I stayed up way too late last night. Danks, what are you doing? He's just like, TikTok, bro.
TikTok, bro. It's a deep dark hole of nothing.
I do that with
Facebook.
I do it with Facebook videos. Like I end up just sitting there for an hour, just like scrolling up on Facebook videos.
Dude, you want to know what this is getting really off? Like we're just going off the rails with this right now.
This is the off the rails time, though.
Yeah, the worst video for me on Facebook is like the UFC matches. I don't know why. Like late at night when they just pop up and you see like a really good UFC fight, then you got a bunch of fights in a row, and it just gets me amped up. Like seeing two grown men just like going nuts, and then
you gotta stop watching it if you don't want to pop up anymore.
It's time.
Ram,
get down here. We need a referee.
It's on. Mo's blasting me for using Facebook now. Come on.
I still use the Facebook. I know. Thanks. You said you didn't.
I deactivated mine a while ago. Yeah,
probably a good thing.
I just do it for the videos, like sports videos.
There's some people I still stay in contact with on Facebook. I feel like that's why I do it. But at the same time,
I'm sure it's good. Yeah, I
whatever.
just wasn't using it, and I didn't need another.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Anywho, back to the podcast.
Anywho,
we podcasting right now.
Follow Dankie and Mendy on TikTok.
Just type in Good Game Report, and I have the Danks.
All right. Let's talk about Mixer. As most of everybody probably knows that's listening or watching right now, Mixer folded, collapsed. What's the best word to use for this?
They sold out.
They left. They quit. Rip. And before I get into this, let me say, anybody who was with Mixer and on Mixer and grinding Mixer, since like it sucks. I feel really bad that they just kind of pulled the plug on you after grinding. This is like, even if I've seen people come out and say like, oh, I told you Mixer was going to go down. Cool. You can still have some remorse for the people on it.
Yeah.
Right. Because this wasn't what they planned for. They made the choice to use Mixer, and that was their choice. And it's unfortunate that the plug got pulled so early into the Mixer life. So if you're a Mixer streamer out there, I know Ultralight, he's in the GGR community, comes into my community a lot. He was a Mixer streamer. He just started up on Twitch. I'm sorry this happened to you. It sucks. He raided into me last night when I was streaming. I was like, oh, thanks for the raid. And then I was like, wait a minute. I was like, this means he's streaming on Twitch, and he was streaming on Twitch. So I'm happy to see him kind of land somewhat on his feet and, continue that streaming over there. But I want to get that out there. It sucks. We're sorry that it happened. Good Game Reports will try to help whatever they can, whether it's promote you on Twitch or whatever. A lot of people are out there to support the Mixer streamers. So I wanted to get that out there first before we talk about Mixer, because I would like to go in big on the business side of Mixer. That's my plan for right now. So keep grinding. Hopefully you land on your feet on Facebook, Twitch, or any of the other platforms out there, YouTube. Just keep grinding. Keep it up. If you're doing well on Mixer, you'll do well on Twitch and all these platforms. Wanted to get that out there first. You guys very similar to that, or do you have anything else to add?
About Mixer in general, or
about like the people like that got kicked, like the thing pulled off. Like it sucks, right? Like
it sucks. It sucks. Keep your head up. Keep grinding. If you had a community over there and they enjoyed watching you over there, they'll enjoy watching you on whatever platform that you choose to go to. So keep your head up. Don't let it get you down. Use this as motivation to keep growing. Keep finding new people to watch you, or an opportunity by switching platforms to get all the viewers that you weren't getting on Mixer. But it does suck.
Agreed. All right, let's get into bashing Mixer here. Are we surprised that Mixer crashed or no?
I'm gonna say yes. And
yeah.
I mean that in the way, just because of the fact they tried so hard bringing in Ninja. Well, not that they tried so hard, but they were just trying so hard to pull everybody in. They got somebody like Ninja and Shroud, which is two huge streamers right there. Mm-hmm. I knew it wasn't gonna surpass Twitch, but I didn't think they would just pull the plug right away with like not even the 2 weeks notice. That was shocking. I didn't think it would tank like this fast too. I feel bad for everybody that was on Mixer and the people that were probably on there saying you should come over here, like convincing their buddies and friends, and now they're like, oh crap, like I had so much faith in Mixer, and Mixer just gave up on everything. So It must have been a horrible situation for anybody that's on there. And I didn't think it would crash as hard as it did.
And so quick. Dankie, you saying yes as well?
Yeah, I have never been on Mixer before. Maybe once or twice. But to see the news on Twitter out of nowhere that they were dissolving and being sold to Facebook Gaming was definitely a shock to me, especially after having Ninja and Shroud being huge streamers on there. I did see something interesting earlier in the week before I heard about Mixer crashing, and it was about Ninja and Shroud, when they were averaging 30, 40, 50,000 plus viewers on Twitch, that they were only averaging 2 to 3K, 4K maybe viewers, just like concurrent viewers on Mixer. And so now looking back and thinking about that, I mean, that could definitely be a reason contributing to why they went down when two of the most successful guys on Twitch couldn't even pull the viewership, a fraction of the viewership that they were getting on Twitch. So I guess it makes a little more sense, but it was still very unexpected.
I'm gonna say I'm not surprised it crashed, and I'm saying that because I thought they would always just kind of stay consistent and be like that third, fourth wheel. But I knew that they spent their money up front, and just based off the numbers, I was like, there's no way they can be making this back up. So, looking at it from a business, when you throw out all this money to Ninja and Shroud right off the rip, it's just like, okay, you've already spent maybe $100 million right there. We didn't know the numbers until now. Like the numbers just came out of what these people made. But like, and it's Microsoft too, so you're like, dude, there's tons of money over there.
Oh yeah.
And you just start, you look at the numbers, right? And you're just saying, there's no way as a business, the people at top of Mixer are saying that they're getting what they thought they were going to be getting back. I think they thought a lot more people would navigate over, make accounts, and it just like the numbers were strictly saying that this wasn't happening. It could be growing, and if I'm not going to say it wasn't growing because it could be. I don't have those numbers, but based off the Ninja numbers and stuff like that, and kind of connecting the dots, I knew it wasn't what they planned on happening. I think they spent the money correctly. I do think you need to buy people like that to get them over. Like if the XFL wanted to grow, they could have paid Tom Brady $60 million to get him over there. Like that's what you kind of have to do. You have to throw crazy money in hopes that you get, like you get some bites on the fishing reel, right?
True.
So I think they spent the money right. It just didn't work out. They thought that their plan was going to work out better. So I'm not surprised when you compare the numbers that it fell. What I'm pissed at, and we can get into this right here, you need to have a better evacuation plan than what you did.
Big facts.
Yeah.
You can't just tweet out in 2020 now that it's over. And that, guess what? You're going to Facebook. You can't do that. Mixer handled this so wrong when it comes to this. And this is why I'm so pissed at Mixer. Just send out a tweet. Come on. Come on.
Come on.
This is like me breaking up a relationship with someone from like Bumble or something like that. Just like, yeah, like, hey, like you're nice, but like I'm not interested. Like, come on, cuz.
Come on, cuz.
like nobody can like the way they handled this. Nobody can, and this is what pissed me off. It really did.
Yeah, I saw some interesting videos on Instagram and YouTube about Mixer streamers' reactions to being told that Mixer was dissolving. And it was really sad to see some of their reactions. They're like, this came out of nowhere. I've either switched over here from a different platform or have dedicated all of my time to growing an audience on Mixer. And now the rug is getting pulled out from under our feet without any notice. And I feel for those people. It sucks. Like, I think about it if I were in their shoes, say if Twitch was like, hey, we're done being Twitch. We're going to dissolve into Facebook gaming too. It's like,
they just didn't want to help Twitch. They didn't want to help
balls.
Twitch, and they didn't want to help YouTube out. So they said Facebook is the avenue to go.
If I were in their situation, I would be pissed. I would be super mad. It would be extremely frustrating to have built what you have on a platform that you took a chance on for it essentially all to be taken away without even a little bit of a notice. So I feel for those people. It sucks, and it was a real dick move on Mixer's part.
Mendy?
Why you gotta be so heartless? Why, Mixer? Why? I think for me personally, I'm very curious to see where these people are gonna go. Are they gonna what's the right move? Like me personally, I think it's Twitch. I think Twitch will forever be the powerhouse of all streamers. So I'm very curious where these people are gonna go, and I'm very curious to see if YouTube's gonna fall off, if Facebook's gonna fall off, because if Mixer can do this, anybody, like anything is really possible. So I don't know. What do you guys think on that?
For
YouTube
avenues to go down, you're saying?
I
Dankie, you can go. You just started.
I was gonna say I don't think Twitch is ever gonna fall off. I think I agree with you, Mendy, about it being the powerhouse. YouTube, I don't think will ever fall off because it's YouTube.
True,
And
but
there's
maybe they could
always gonna be
discontinue their service for
their streaming service.
Yeah,
Maybe. I think it's doubtful just
True.
because YouTube is such a source for people to watch videos anyways that having the option for them to have live streamers only increases how many people are going to be on YouTube at a time. So they don't want to lose that pull. And Facebook,
You don't
somebody
really
came into
like
my
Facebook.
chat earlier this week and was trying to sell me on Facebook gaming before even Mixer was done. Like, this was like Monday I was streaming, and one of my followers came in and he's like, yeah, I've been streaming on Facebook. He's like, it's pretty good. Like, my payouts have been huge. I don't have many followers. You would crush it on there. And I was like, maybe I need to look more into it. I didn't, because I'm loyal to my soil. But it is interesting to see where these people are going to go. From what one of my followers was telling me is that Chingon Gaming was his name. Yeah. And he was explaining that Facebook gaming is pretty solid, like that he's been having like really, really good payouts, and he has maybe a lot less followers than I have. So I was like, and he's like, yeah, you're way more entertaining. Like, you would crush it on there. I'm like, I just, like, after I built so much on Twitch, like, I'm very hesitant to switch. I don't want to restart. Like, I just feel like that could be super demotivating, which is how I feel like probably a lot of these Mixer streamers feel. If they don't have fan bases on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube, on TikTok, etc., that they might lose a lot of the people that were watching them on Mixer, because the people who would watch Mixer might now go, some might go watch Twitch, some might go watch YouTube, some might go watch Facebook gaming. And when you're splitting up all those people into all these different platforms, you're losing the audience that you built on Mixer.
The avenues for now, it's 3 avenues that you can go, right? It's Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. I think the ones that have the long haul plan of streaming that you can kind of guarantee are Twitch and YouTube, right? Twitch is a streaming website. That's all they are. It's a streaming website. YouTube is a video website that's inherited streaming, but it kind of goes hand in hand, right? Content creation, whether you do it live or you import it into a video, still the same kind of avenue. So I think those 2 long term are here to stay. Almighty Ginger did a really good job selling us on the Facebook stuff when we had him on, Facebook streamer. I think the people are there on Facebook, but I don't know if that directly correlates with them finding your stream. And I think Facebook could potentially be kind of outdated soon, as Lil Mo already yelled at me for using Facebook already. The younger generation, I'm not sure if they're going to go Facebook.
It's true. My buddy D-Rock says he doesn't even have he doesn't even have a Facebook. He's like, all the kids in my grade, they don't. It's all about Instagram, and now it's TikTok, which is kind of funny. They're like, only
TikTok, Snapchat.
He said to me, only Facebook, only people that use Facebook are old people, and I'm like, damn.
Rip.
Come on,
but that's like the mentality, you know. So where is it going to be? And that's the thing about Facebook and YouTube to me, is that you could still upload your videos on those platforms. You don't have to. You can stream on Twitch, upload your videos elsewhere, and you don't need to stay on YouTube to do that. You don't need to stay on Facebook to do that. You can still use those platforms to your advantage. You don't need to just stay in one place. Like, I'm all about releasing your content everywhere. That's why me and Danks and I always talk about TikTok, because don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on anything that you can put your content out there for. Exactly. So you don't have to just stick with Facebook and just hope that it will do well. Like, stick with one thing and then put your content everywhere, and you never know who's gonna love it, and then that could be a new person into your community.
For sure.
Yeah. Like J-Cube just said in chat, diversify your content. Just like when you're building, when you're managing your money, you want to diversify your portfolio. You want to diversify your content as a streamer, because that is where your revenue is coming from. So you're going to get people who will see your YouTube videos that wouldn't normally see you on Twitch. You're going to get people that watch your Instagram clips that wouldn't see you on YouTube. You're going to get people to watch your TikToks that won't see you on Twitter. You're going to get people on Twitter that won't see you anywhere else. Like, if you're posting it in all these places, you're just giving it more opportunity to grow and to be seen by more eyes. Like, it's not going to hurt you posting all of your content on as many mediums as you can.
you're just kind of giving the fire oxygen, right?
Mhm.
And you're trying to build a fire. You blow on it, and finally it turns into a flame. Is what the end goal is, right? To have a flame, post it out there on all social medias. I wish I could get into YouTube and actually posting stuff on YouTube because I think you can grow really well on YouTube. And those free subscriber links, like all you have to do is just click sub. It's free. It's just like a follow on Twitch. It's free. So I would go Twitch first, and now with the new DMCA stuff, I think YouTube's a viable option now because they've been DMCA for a while now. You can't play music on YouTube. If Twitch is going to continue going down this path, it to me is a viable option. I would Facebook's third, and that's just for me, All right,
Brime.
Brime.
Going to Brime.
So before we go talk about Ninja and Shroud here, because I could care less about them more than any other Mixer streamer out there. Because these are the people that made the money. The people that were affiliates and just grinded to affiliates. I care more about them. I feel worse for them than I do about these people. But obviously, being a show and a podcast, we need to talk about Ninja and Shroud here. So Ninja and Shroud obviously got the big payday to come on to Mixer. And now they force buyouts. They didn't want to go to Facebook. So they said, okay, buy us out. Ninja made $30 million in the buyout. Shroud made $10 million in the buyout. Crazy wins, right? 6 months of work, $30 million, $10 million bucks.
I'll take that any day.
Decent.
Nuts. And that was the first glimpse we got about what they kind of potentially made over on Mixer, which is just crazy cash. So they made all that money in 6 months of streaming. I know a lot of work probably went into it, so I'm not going to downgrade it at all. As someone's playing flashlight tag behind Mendy back there.
My bad.
But so where do they go? And they've been pretty quiet. Ever since this whole Mixer thing went down. So are they working on something in the background? Is Brime really something that's popping up? If I'm Twitch, I bring back Shroud. I say, Shroud, you're more than welcome to come back. Ninja, what's up, buddy? Yo, Ninja, remember when we had this kind of discussion when you were going and you kind of treated us like crap? Yo, remember that? Man, you can make $250 off a sub. We'll start there. You want to come back to Twitch? Yeah, I'm not going back there. Bro, Twitch just must be sitting there being so happy that Ninja it didn't work out for Ninja, because from everything I gathered,
at
he
the
was
same
such a
time, I feel like he could do whatever he wants, and he still got away with a bag out of it. So it sucks that Mixer dropped, but if anything, I personally think that might have been the best thing for him to happen, because now he's free range to do whatever he wants. I mean, if this Prime thing's gonna be the next upcoming thing, he could be the forefront of that. If Twitch offers him something good, then he gets another bag out of that. And either way, I feel like he's still winning, as much as you probably don't want to hear that stuff.
It sucks, but you're right. You're right. He's just such a twerp to me. I think twerp is the perfect word.
Yeah,
for him.
I have respect for the kid though. He knows what he's doing, and he's the best when it comes to streaming.
I agree. I mean, the big winners in this, definitely Shroud and Ninja securing a massive bag and being able to do really whatever they want forever. They can choose to go anywhere. I doubt Ninja will come back to Twitch, because there was that huge controversy with them playing other streamers on his channel. And then porn got played on his channel somehow.
He was pissed.
He was pissed.
He had all right to be pissed about that. That's crazy. That shouldn't have happened.
I think they had a rocky relationship before he left, and then that was just kind of the cherry on top.
But I can see them going to YouTube. Apparently Brime is making an announcement tomorrow. We'll see what that entails.
DrDisrespect joins, Brime.
Dude, who's to say?
They have so much money between all those people Like,
yeah, I mean, they're all multi-millionaires. Like they can do whatever they want.
like you can invest half of that and then double invest the other half of that buyout into a potential other streaming service. And these people know what they're talking about when it comes to streaming. Like you need servers, like you need like backup for like chat and everything. Like they know what goes into it, especially Dr. Disrespect. I mean, like that dude's crazy. His production is nuts. I wish every streamer could do that. What he does for it. And I'm interested in knowing Ninja. Like he's not gonna want to go back. Like I can just like feel like he doesn't want to go back to Twitch.
Yeah, but if they give him a good contract, if they give him like, hey, because
If you're Twitch, would you give him a contract, or would you say, dude, you kind of made your bed?
I feel like they have a really bizarre, strange
They're-
relationship where it's just
Yeah.
like we know you don't want to come back, but we're gonna offer you $50 million, and you're just gonna have to swallow your
Yeah.
pride and come back with us. And he's gonna
It's
be like,
like that.
damn it.
Mhm. Mhm.
Is
It's
so
like-
here's a question: Is Ninja worth it currently with what he's doing? He's not streaming Fortnite anymore. He's
It's tough because if he goes back on Twitch and he keeps his followers that's on there, he's golden. But if he goes to a new platform, it's going to be the same thing with Mixer. So he, in a weird way, he kind of does need to go back to Twitch to do what he was doing as far as numbers go. But he's still in a really nice spot of, anything that he wants to do, he'll still be decent at it.
he goes back to Twitch though, and
Yeah.
his following was strictly Fortnite. The last time he left and streamed on Twitch, it was Fortnite.
Yeah,
He goes back in, plays Warzone or Valorant.
it might
Is he
help
gonna have
him.
this? Is he gonna have those same numbers though?
We'll see. It's hard to tell because I've seen him doing Valorant now, and the commentators in the when he was playing was like, "Oh, the Fortnite player Ninja was going like he'll always forever be Ninja."
He
It's
is
like,
Fortnite, dude.
He's the
He is
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
yeah, and I was like, just say Ninja. Like you don't have to say it looks like the Fortnite skills are going with Valorant right now. I was just like, he'll forever be known as the Fortnite guy, regardless of what he does.
If he wants to break that kind of stigma,
Yeah,
he can't go back to Twitch.
I
He
don't know.
needs kind of like a fresh start. I
know.
think.
Let's see, JC's on our case tonight. He's like, he was a Halo player first.
I love JQ, bro. The vibes he's
I
bringing.
saw that.
Like, Dankie, do you agree that like he's just to Twitch Ninja is the Fortnite guy?
Yeah, I mean, definitely to a point. I mean, that was what his biggest game was. I mean, when he was pulling 50K viewers a stream and more, playing Fortnite. I mean, he was one of the first streamers that I even heard about. So yeah, I mean, he'll certainly always be remembered as, the biggest face that Fortnite's ever had and one of the main faces of Fortnite. Do I think that he can play other games and still be extremely successful? Yeah, absolutely. He is a massive following on a lot of platforms. Do I think he'll come back to Twitch? If the bag is right, maybe. It's like that, that ex that you keep hitting up, even though you'll never like maybe get back together, but like
One more rodeo.
what's one more rib gonna hurt?
One more game. One
That's-
more. Okay. No, thank you. You're right. It's all going to come down to money, and he's such a business person, and I think we all respect his business side of things.
Yeah.
He's going to do whatever's right, and you know what? If it's anything like how Mixer turned out for him, he's going to win regardless. So, I hope they both get on their feet and do well, just like I hope any Mixer streamer does. They're definitely the two biggest winners from the Mixer collapse. Does anybody else win on this whole Mixer collapse? Like, does YouTube win? Does Facebook win? In a way, I would say
so.
Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook all win because people are going to come to their platform now in a way.
Yeah, I think the businesses win, but overall the individuals lose, which is sad.
Mendy, do you agree that they're the other winners here?
Yeah, of course. I mean, they didn't fall. They're still there, and they're gonna collect more people now.
I would also say, in a strange way, the streamers of Mixer win. Because if you go to Twitch or if you go to YouTube, like I feel like you're gonna have like you didn't realize it at the time, but you're gonna actually have people that are gonna back you up. Like you're gonna be on a platform that cares about you, where obviously Mixer didn't give a shit.
Hmm.
Like and you found that out the hard way, unfortunately. But Twitch is gonna be there for streamers as long as you go play by the rules and you do everything right. They'll be there. So in a way, I think they win. Loser, obviously, at the same time, the streamers, because they just got axed right away. The grind and everything, it's gonna be hard to translate back over, but keep grinding, you'll pick it up. You'll pick it back up. Losers, I do think Twitch is a loser, or some of the streamers on Twitch are losers because there's more fish in the sea now. There's more people out there. I mean, it's already a huge pond with tons of fish inside of it. So, like,
Yeah.
is another dozen bass into the pond? Like is that something really to worry about? So, like, not
Yeah.
really, but still, there's more people streaming on Twitch now than there was a week ago. Any other losers that come out of this?
I don't think so.
Ninja at all?
No.
Just to see him kind of fall on his face, even though he landed on $30 million.
I know you want him to fall apart, but I don't think he's there yet. I think he won this one.
Mm-hmm.
You always anybody watch Breaking Bad where the guy just lays down on the money in like the storage unit and he's just like lying on like $50 million? Like that's just like Ninja, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. The last thing I had was, is someone gonna take a shot at a new platform? Yeah. Brime.
Brime. It's the official announcement. I have the Danks. Mendy _101. Stav _GGR.
We're all going to Brime, everybody.
Good Game Report. We're moving to Brime, baby. We'll see you tomorrow.
We're going to Brime. You
Yep,
can catch us in 3 weeks on the Good Game Report podcast on Good Game Report _Brime .edu.
.gov.
I'm interested in this Brime thing. I am. I'm just curious.
I wonder what it is.
GGR is going to Brime,
big announcement
baby.
tomorrow, so we'll see.
You guys want to create a fake streaming platform and like
Hype it up.
And then like we'll say like on Friday at 2 p.m. we have an announcement and like we get like 10 like 1 million followers or something for the entire week and just like do teasers, and then it's just like our Twitch links.
I've actually had some interesting ideas about starting like a fake something and trying to build a ton of hype. Like I was going to do like a social experiment. I don't want to go into details because I don't want to give it away.
I hope it wasn't for the music video, Danks.
It's Brime.
It's Brime. It's the creator. We have the creator with us here.
It's Brime, guys. In the face of Brime.
Well, let's. You said announcement tomorrow for Brime.
They said that.
They said that, right?
We are saying that.
Danks just tweeted it out mid podcast. Announcement tomorrow. Check it out. 2 p.m. Central, right? Chicago time.
2 p.m. 2 p.m. CST. Yeah.
Seriously, any of the Mixer people out there, it sucks. I wish you the best on whatever platform you choose, and if you're in the Good Game Report and you're a Mixer streamer like Ultralight is, we will definitely try our best to help you out and give you kind of a push start in your new grind. So, guys, I am talked out. I don't know if you guys had anything else you wanted to add, but anything we touched about tonight. Is JCube still yelling about Halo, or are we good?
I think we're good now, actually.
Good. I'm glad we resolved our differences there, JCube, about Halo. Dankie, I just want to thank you for coming on for the 5th time.
You're very welcome. It's always a pleasure hanging out with my buddy, Uncle Stavi, and my good friend, Cousin Chris.
Do you have any plugs that you would like to do? Anything that is coming down the line that some Dankie insiders may have gotten, but you're not ready to announce yet? Or what do we got over there?
yeah, stay tuned for maybe a big announcement sometime this year about something in particular. You can follow me on all my socials. I'm at IHaveTheDanks on all socials. I'm gonna try to start posting to YouTube more. So YouTube is IHaveTheDanks. You can also watch We Hit Those there, edited by Cousin Chris.
Here.
Um, Instagram, I have the Danks. Twitter, I have the Danks. TikTok, I have the Danks. Twitch.tv/I have the Danks. And that's really all I have. That's it.
Thank you. I say this every time, and I mean, we're talking just about daily now, and your community is so awesome. The vibes are always extremely high in the chat going on. A great streamer, better friend, always supporting the people in your community. So if you're not following at this time, please just give them a shout out, give them a follow. Check out the Apex, check out the Valorant, check out We Hit Those, and just kind of and join the Woofs. It's a great time. It's a great time. Definitely glad we came across each other, Danks, and
Same, brother.
It's
Same.
It's a vibe, man. Mendy, you got any plugs?
What a plug, huh?
As per usual, shout out to all my ears and shout out to my gaming hubby, Party Scientist. I'm glad he made it out of the storm. It was very majestic.
That was a great video, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, just shout out to all my ears, and
I really loved that video. The slide was just so epic.
Dude, you'd think I would have slowed it down, but it really was like the slowest possible end slide out of the storm, and maybe like 1 HP left, and I was just dying of laughter. So I thought it'd be a funny edit to make a nice little Titanic theme out of it. And
I was kind of hoping, because you get the Titanic theme song, and you're just like, all right, like right when like Celine comes in for like the hard part, like something's about to like emerge, whether it's like a whale coming out of the water or like him sliding through the storm. And I was kind of hoping like you would do the build up and then just like cut the music off because he died right before the storm or something, like just like complete opposite of what like the people like would think would be coming there.
That would have been good too.
But man, he freaking made it, bro, and that was a crazy journey. So good edit on that on your end, Jules. Good job with the heart and dedication to get out of that storm. That was great. For my plugs, I have two. I just wanted to let everybody know who's listening and who's in the Good Game Report that there's a lot of really crazy stuff going on right now about like sexual harassment and those kind of things on. It's coming out. You're seeing a lot of it on Twitter, and it's hitting the stream world right now. Good Game Report is a safe community. If anything is ever going on within the community and you don't feel safe, please reach out to us, whether it's Mendy, myself, Craig, the hall monitors, please reach out. We want to stress safety in the community first more than anything. And I just wanted to get that out there and let you know that you're always welcome here. Okay. Just please let us know, reach out, and we could talk about it. And after that, personal plug here. Thank you to anybody who supported the birthday stream on Tuesday. It was nuts. I know, Dankie, you were a big part of that. Hit me with a nice raid and gifted subs. A lot. There were so many people. I had the entire list. I don't want to leave anybody out. So I thank you for the gifted subs, the follows, the bits, the raids, the hosts, the entire thing. I didn't cry this time, but it was at the same level of the love last time. I think Mendy, it might have been you, or if it was Craig who came in, and it's just like, did I miss the tears?
Oh,
No tears this time.
It was me because I was still signing the Good Game Report channel.
No tears this time, but no tears, but all feels. So much support that night, and always by the people in that community. It was awesome, and I greatly appreciate it. It meant the world. It was a great night for sure. I got to play with some homies, and there was so much love going around. So thank you all very much for that. And I'll see you in 357 days, I think, for the next one. Dankie, you have a birthday coming up, don't you?
I do. Yeah, it's in week and a half, 2 weeks. No, it's 8 days. 8 days away.
Okay.
Whoa, mama.
July 6th.
Oh, Mendy, we have that thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks.
Sorry.
Can't make it.
It's all good. It's all good.
No, I can't wait for it. 8 days. All right. I'll be
Let's
there.
go.
And everybody who came out tonight and was watching live on Twitch, thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. We tried to get with the chat a little bit tonight as well, especially JQ yelling at us about Halo.
God bless.
So we appreciate all the love out in the chat. And everybody listening right now, thank you for sticking in there. I know these are kind of turning into shows and you're listening, but we love having fun and we let the fun ride. And thank you for listening and tuning in. Dankie, thank you, brother. Appreciate it as always.
Thank you guys so much for having me. It's always a blast.
Mendy, thank you for all the work that you do that kind of goes behind the scenes with the running the OBS system behind and kind of scheduling all the videos. So thank you for that. Thank you for always co-hosting. Chat, thank you all very much. We're going to be on a hiatus for a little bit. I'm letting you guys know right now. We have the 4th of July weekend coming up, and then I have some stuff kind of going on over the next couple weeks that I can't like officially announce yet, but I'm going to be away. I will not have my PC for like a week span. So we're going to be off the next 3 weeks and hopefully revamping in the background and coming out strong in Pacific time. Mendy, did we discuss this or do you want to still keep it Eastern time?
I don't know. Let's chat about it later. Maybe we could
All right.
come up with a new time, my friend.
We'll see. We're going to be working on it. So stay tuned.
Yes.
But I just want to let everybody here know we're going to be taking 3-week break from the podcast. But raid night's still going on Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Mhm.
The not game night on Friday nights. Make sure to check all that stuff out.
Yeah.
And we'll be in touch and we'll be tweeting everything out. Dankie,
Yeah.
thank you. Mendy, thank you. Everybody in chat, thank you so much. Thank you for playing. This is Stavi Bucket signing off for 4 weeks. Bye. I love you.
Peace out, guys.